Honestly, the more I see this hero, yeah, I actually tend to agree. Because what Mew has done down here should be illegal, right? He is a spell casting, one of the most efficient damage per mana cost spellcasters in the game. He gets to build Vanguard. He becomes invincible with that with 2 armor. And he racked up 20 denies on this lane.
Is he invincible, though?
Well, not that, I mean, Doom's even more broken. It takes a broken hero to kill another one. But what I was going to point out is, you look at Nightfall's net worth, that is denies from a Timbersaw. Straight up 20 denies from you. That should not be a thing.
So you're saying Timbersaw shouldn't be hitting for 91 damage right now?
Like, the fact that hero has more base damage than Agi carry does not add up to me at all.
That does make sense. GPK!
So that is going to be a huge boost to the Alchemist GPM here. The Bethboom are unlikely to be able to contest or invade.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's in the triangle, too, because this other side of the map, Bethboom are owning. They are not going to let Shiro farm this part of the map for very long.
No, early tower death with the Vanguard Doom, who picked up that mana burn creep. Way too strong a lane at that point. Kicks the Alch out. Something you would expect here. You're just looking for the trade, and that was why when Pure 1 bottom doomed New, he's slowing down that Tier 1 tower trade that New is now going to have to push into again. I don't know if there's potential to kill the Timber without the Doom. I don't think Bethboom are going to look for it, but they're definitely going to look for Nightfall on the LGD side and force him through the gate, which will result in the tower trade.
They're going to dive Shiro underneath Tier 2. Not quite enough damage, and with that positioning, it's pretty easy for Nothing to say to counter. Get a kill onto Save, who's going to try and stall it as much as possible.
Well, this is interesting.
He got the last hit.
Ooh.
He got a creep. Well worth it.
Extra value taken away from Alchemist.
It looks like Planet is going to be caught as well. Body blocking. Never mind. Maybe Mew can save him here. Planet turns around, gets some damage.
He just a little slow.
Very slow. And the Orchid going to work to get the pick off on you.
And you can go Orchid because you got all that mana battery behind you.
Yeah.
That is the nice part of this Storm Puck matchup in this game is TPK. You just go for the aggressive lockdown item, and he's not going to get punished for it.
I don't think I've ever seen a Storm Spirit get played around with so much. Like, it is incredible. Has GPK gone back once?
Well, he died.
I mean, outside of his death. My point is, he's constantly full resources. Like Toronto Tokyo TP to the outpost, refilled his bottle for him. Save is just Save is his shadow. He is just tracing GPK. He's playing that game we just played, the Charades game.
It's true. Even giving him the power is. But it's how you're supposed to play around this hero.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And I feel like Eastern Europe has been the most successful Pugna Storm region. Maybe not the most successful, but they played it the most.
Okay.
Right? You had Team Spirit jamming at every game, and then every other team has to play against it and learn it themselves. Like, these mids like getting sucked.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes they want 2 people to come in.
I mean, sometimes the ego is just that big.
Much of a pampered duty as possible. 14-6, 2,000 net worth lead for Bethboom. Against an Alchemist, that's going to feel pretty good. Granted, they have their own gold generation machine in Doom, but Doom is like an Alchemist light a little bit. Coil, he got the Storm Seer, the perfect person to catch, but he's also getting, what a climb! All 5 heroes in the Chronosphere with the Doom already out onto Shiro. Give up on this team fight, I think. They just got to retreat. They're not going to be able to leave, though. GPK is going to use the last bit of his mana to hunt down Shiro. Now the Timbersaw is next. Caught inside the kinetic field, surrounded by too many heroes. He dies as well. 4 dead. GPK picking up when you're behind and win more when you're ahead, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's not a lot of downside to Shiro.
Oh, the static sword to cover him.
I mean, this is all Pugna, right?
He's least for so long, but the heals do not stop. GPK is out. He's away. PSG.LGD may be able to clean up some scraps here, but certainly not what they wanted. 3-man Chrono. Okay, GPK only has a little bit of mana to work with here, though, and they don't have a whole lot of damage to throw in. They already used most of their resources, so maybe not the best Chronosphere this time around Nightfall.
No, it looked great on paper, but he's not really doing the most damage in the Chrono. He needs his supports alive. And with Pure caught in that as well, you're kind of just wasting the Doom in this fight. Doom was not up, so they can't lock down another core, and LGD strike back. That triangle invasion a little too deep. Somehow GPK makes it out, but his team does not. Go back to that Pugna save. You need to find the skeleton. You're going to be confident going in these fights for LGD. And that means more gap close, more blink daggers, more lockdown, nullifiers, detection for the glimmers. You're going to need it all at some point.
BKB now for the Faceless Void, so the damage formula really hasn't changed that much on the side of Bet. To be planted here, sitting right under the ward, waiting for Y to go for the D ward, but it's too late. The initiation is already curled. The Orchid is only going to last so long here. Is he going to be able to blink out? He does. Yep, no static storm, but there was Nightfall on the other side of things. Jaunted back during that, so couldn't phase shift, I think because of the time dilation.
Well, he phase shifted to blink out in the first place. He didn't even have it. There's just too much lockdown, too much catch.
Is under attack.
The rest of LG will get out, waste some time here. Lead isn't technically building for Bet Boom, but I feel like that's the Alchemist more than anything. Technically, he's in the lead. Does not feel like it, though.
No, it doesn't. When he's got 3 cores, like, all within closing distance of him, net worth-wise, that is not an Alchemist who's far enough ahead.
No, not nearly. And you're right in like 3. I'm like, oh, yeah, nice little surprise.
If they literally just put that Radiant Bounty up on the high ground, I think it would be a lot more even.
Yes, it would, and Glimpse put the chain.
Oh, he got the chain after the Glimpse hit him.
Is this an opening?
Time. YU Style is going to be the first one dead in this team fight. They've already popped the BKB, and they're going, oh, no.
Oh, no, everybody.
He does manage to catch the Pug, who jumps into it as well as the Storm Spirit, and with the silence on it, they might be able to kill this Puck. Yep, with that Orchid, he's going to die, and the Doom is placed out on Shiro, so he is neglected. He's not going to be able to do that much.
Oh, the Hex. The Planet Hex.
The heals. He's actually going on to the Alchemist. Instead, they're draining him of all his health bit by bit. Nightfall. Now that Shiro's no longer a threat. He's still alive.
I don't know.
He falls. The support's trying to come in, do what they can. GPK is actually going to die here with YU Smile coming back into play. But this Pugna has been sucking non-stop. Somebody stop this guy.
This is illegal.
Non-stop suck action here.
LGD are still lurking. They want to jump. They have Nullifier on Shiro.
They already have the stun charging up. They're going to go for Nightfall. See if they can blow him up. The heals, once again, they're decrepifying the heals are keeping him alive a little bit longer. Finally, he does lose that Aegis, but the damage is already done. They've got the Doom out onto the Alchemist. He's going to be falling. Nothing to say. Goes for the Pugna, but gets locked inside the Chronosphere. Nightfall immediately protecting his support where he can. The Chakra pullback isn't going to be quite enough damage unless, the Caught Blast, still not enough. Dave waves goodbye. He heads off into the sunset.
LGD's last hurrah knows that they can't win that fight outside their base. They're probably not going to win it when it gets...
The charge into the blast off with Sticky Bomb. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, he even hits the blast off on a Y as well. So they killed the Tombstone and not successfully getting out because Planet stuck in from behind. Still though, support for core trade-off.
Sends that cow to hell.
Space to hell.
Maybe he goes to space hell.
That's where Jason X
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What?
Is it an old movie where it's like Jason X goes to space or something like that?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Another impale caught. Nightfall.
He's good this time.
Ooh, roar up in 4.
Yeah, if they had Roar, he was definitely dead.
And this mid tower is just getting assaulted. You're going to have to bring in Y to help defend this. Man, GPK really doing his best to set his team up for success here. Top of the board, wins a Timbersaw matchup in mid. And now he's going to rush that Dragonlance. You get shard up pretty fast with TA. The silences are going to be really annoying for LGD. It's going to give him a lot of vision control in the fights versus the Beast and the Lion, scouting these heroes out, getting the jump first. Makes his other 2 cores' life easier. And of course, Pure working towards that Midas as well.
I would say also the combination of TA doing well and them keeping their outer towers alive, which may no longer be the case with the rotation. Nothing to say. No Roar just yet from New. I guess he was waiting out Bulldoze most likely, or doesn't want to use it at all. They'll get the kill, and now they'll start taking that tower. But I was going to say, I think one really dangerous point is PSG.LGD need to be careful of not giving up Roshan to Bet Boom, right? Because they don't want this game to slow down. They don't want to let Bet Boom draw it out and get to the late game.
There's no way you want to give Bet Boom Roshan. That is a death sentence. So yeah, you need to pick up the tempo to be able to get there in the correct time. Nice little chase to get some extra XP while the tower's taking damage. The tower did not die. Toronto Tokyo is going to TV back in, which means LG will have to chase him again. So there's a lot of time for the 3 carries to go to work here.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And a lot of wasted time not killing this tower, not opening up the map. I think LG are way stronger in these 4-on-4 clashes when they bring the Beast and the Timber together. They should be winning all of those engagements, especially with Tombstone behind them and not much gap close for the Lion yet. But a lot of that is
very nice to me, like you.
Ooh, a nice little combo mid.
Not enough damage.
It's close.
But it is enough to force rotations.
That was really close.
It was.
And they have a charge on him.
He still have the charge on him. Is he going to go for it with the Nether Strike? Oh, and Nightfall turning into the Timber Saw. Nothing to say. Thought he was free, but no.
NTS just getting full on punished in this game. That's his 3rd death. LG will force the Roshan to make up for it. But this is probably a play that was kind of guaranteed for them regardless of the Timber death. So I'm sure he makes some space, but space for your own grave. And it'll be a Aegis for Shiro. This is another problem with Morta. She does not really use the Roshans well. Like, Aegis on Morta is kind of...
Dire's bottom tower.
It's like a worse version of Terrorblade.
Yeah. It's not irrelevant because you still do damage without your ult, but you kind of want to go in the fight, pop the ult, and take it. And usually that means you're dying with the Aegis, and when you come back, you're useless anyway. Like, you're not going to save Pierce the Veil. Really effective.
Yeah, don't you steal Spell Amp from Intelligence Hero?
You do.
So that'll really kill a lot of her damage.
It is a nice steal. I mean, even worst case scenario, you steal and die and plant your own Tombstone. I don't know if you're sad about that one either.
Yeah.
But you're really looking for the Morta here. Item net worth. Same as the lead. Nice.
Nice.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Halberd and Gossamer Cape for NTS. Looking to dodge a couple hits, survive a little longer.
EA on like that list of bad win rate heroes over through the right-hand side
Jump
here.
2. Save just goes blind.
Hit 2. What a big one. And the charge on through all of them. Immediately the Morphling gets on top of Shiro, who does put out the damage to be able to finish off the techies. But this is only going to last so long. Oh, this is a disaster. Another strike gets hit. He turns around, gets some damage on the Trot to Tokyo, but he's dead. What a move from Save. I mean, so many teams are playing up there on that high ground.
Yeah, you know they're sitting there. You absolutely know it. And Save, trust his instincts. His instincts are right. Wins a huge engagement for Bet Boom. I mean, he pays with his life, but
GPK, he could one-shot somebody here. Planet's going to show himself.
That's not what they wanted.
Fearbreaker does die fast. They didn't even use Pierce the Veil for that one. They're going to go on all these heroes that are not the Muerta, but they are shredding them fast.
Can't touch Nightfall. Timber Steel's way too deadly.
Yeah, he's just a bigger Timber Saw.
He really didn't like that Cobalt.
Gets the invis off, though. Muerta can't really hit that one. Holding on the left. Stop the initiation, but he immediately dies. Now they go for the jump. BKB goes off, so no stun. Kills the tank. He turns around, shredding through Nightfall. The curve getting finish him off. No, he's not going to be able to, and now he's going to get stunned up and easily killed by GPK.
It looked so good for a brief second there.
Bet Boom just too damn good at being able to kite out this Muerta.
Abuse buybacks if you have them. It might really
no smoke. Gets off the Glimmer Cape too. Still going to get shredded though. And now the Doom out onto the Beastmaster. They couldn't do enough damage. Well, they do actually finish off the first life of the Morphling, and Planet is getting back. Unfortunately, Doom's a big problem, so they have to kind of reset, and when they come back, their buildings might just be gone.
They are absolutely going to be gone here.
Why? Running forward at them, nothing to say, kind of doing something similar. And Bet Boom are actually going to chill. Very surprised by that.
Respecting LGD. I mean, there's no Pierce the Veil.
Yeah.
They just don't want to get caught in the high ground by the Lion initiation. The damage from Muerta is significant. Took down Nightfall pretty damn fast. He's hexed up. You get on a dying buyback as well. That's really it for that Aegis push for Scary. There's that charge. God damn, it's fast. And they got him.
Huerta is dead. Now he does have buyback. They're going to have to play for that one, that's for sure. Draw him out and get Mommy Huerta back into a position that she can hold.
How'd he take this fight, though? That's a refresh from Nightfall, so he has a second. He will pop to get out, and GTK was in the building. Didn't get that rack. This is on 50 HP. Refresher delivered for Pure as well, so definitely can go back in here. Just find the Morta again. That is game.
They're need to be trying to hit the building half the time. They got another beautiful charge out from Toronto Tokyo with the blast off over the top. The BKB goes out, but GBK shreds them so damn quickly. GG is quickly called, and PSG.LGD hit 2-0. They're probably the favorites coming into this for many people.